unfortunately, in the process of making that combo, he has made a little bit of a problem out of his 5-ball. It looks like the 14-5 are lined up pretty good to go, so he may elect to play that now. If he can see the 1-ball, he may fire that combo in. He may play the 3 off the 5. Ooh, that I'm sure is not what he had in mind. So Brett Stottlemeyer is going to come to the table with ball in hand. Always a nice situation if you're the guy doing it. And it looks like at this point now he's going to do what Ashton had wanted to do and play the, I think it's the 12-ball in off the 5, clear that pocket open. And oh, he went a little bit different with that one. Now he may be able to squeeze the 14-ball past the 5. And that's what he's done, and he actually played nice position there. He's probably going to have to take this 14-ball now, or else I suppose he can play should for it off this ball on the end rail. It looks like his 11-ball is available if he gets sort of, you know, at the angle where the spot is, but he's come a little too far on his draw, so now he doesn't have much option except to hit the 1-ball. He may be able to bump the 1 out of the way and follow forward off the 1-ball. And that looks like what he tried to do, but it didn't quite get there. He does appear to have a shot on the 11. Certainly went for it, but at this point, Ashton comes to the table with a relatively clear table, and he sort of has a free shot here on the 3 or the 4 if he wants to take one of them, because the 5-ball is blocking the 11. That should be it. I would expect him to get out from here. Actually, it plays nice to play that 5-ball last and go sort of along 3 rails and play the 8 in the bottom right corner. Or go a short 3 rails and play the 8 on the left side. Either way, that's probably going to be his last ball. That was somewhat unexpected, but he's a little bit of a tough situation on both balls. I think he has no choice but to play the 2. I really think he should have left that ball until the end, or else played the 2 last. In either case, I guess maybe the 3 didn't go by and he didn't have a choice. Maybe a little bit awkward. I'll expect him to follow to the side rail and sort of back out towards where the 3 is now. It's a nice shot. Certainly not a hanger on the 8, but my money's on him making it. Boy, I got to say, the field this year, in years past, there's been a lot of, you know, sort of big names. Not as many of those in this tournament, but boy, there are some sleepers in here. There are some real strong players. it seems like everybody's good. This tournament gets stronger and stronger every year. And with that, Ashton takes the lead, 1-0. Let's see how Ashton breaks the balls. Everyone sort of has a different approach to 8-ball. Some break for the second ball, some break from the side and hit the head ball straight on. He obviously hit the second ball, and he came up dry, and it looks like it's quite a cluster. So sort of a double-edged sword. You go for the second ball. If you make a ball, it's great, but often you get more clusters than if you break head-on. The benefit is if you don't make a ball, it's that much more difficult for your opponent to run out. So Brett has some serious work to do here. Most of the balls seem to be fairly open. If he can get good shape on that, ooh, I was going to say if he can get good shape on the 15 ball, but now he doesn't have that 15 ball anymore. It looks like the 11 may go from here, so he could still get out. He's got a couple of balls to work with the problem of the 15-1. He's in actually really good position to open up the 15 ball. However, he's still going to need a solution to get back on this ball on the left side rail. And the 9 ball may be his option for that. I have never seen Brett play 8-ball, and I've actually only seen him play 9-ball a few times, and that was on a bar table, so I really don't know his game very well. He certainly seems to be playing a relatively loose 8-ball game. I'm curious to see how this pans out as we go through the match. I mean, I know of him being a great player. He certainly does very well on some of the regional tours that he plays on. He may be able to pocket the 15 ball and float down and bump the 3 ball out of the way. He seems a little bit off. He's missed a couple of shots that I wouldn't have expected him to miss. Now Ashton's table is sort of a mess. That 6 and 4 ball is going to be an issue. I don't see a real good solution for it. I think at this point he doesn't really have any certain shot, so he'll probably elect to play safe. It looks like he may be able to pocket this 3 ball and get a little bit of a free shot out of it if he can keep the cue ball out of sight of this ball, the stripe on the left side rail. But a lot of times when you go for the 2-way, it's tough to do both ways 100%. Wow, he went full out for the shot and unfortunately has sold out. It's a tough miss, and Brett will probably get out from here. I mean, if he'll roll up and play this. Okay, now that was unexpected. I thought for sure he would roll up more. I guess now he's going to make the 15 ball. He actually has pretty good shape on it. And look what he's done here. I believe he has hooked himself. He got right down to shoot, so I suppose he can see this ball. That's a nice shot. All right, that's going to tie up our match at 1-1. Bunch of good matches going on right now. We'll see some of the winner's side matches will be coming up, I believe, at 1:30, and then 3 o'clock will be the first rounds of the winner's side action for today. Sorry, I missed that monster break that Brett just made. Again, he really smashes them good. He's made a low ball, and the table's wide open with the exception of the 2 on the right rail. He does have really a couple of different options to get on that ball, but none of them are especially great. I think he's looking to see if he can make the 1-7 combo and play into the 2 ball right now, which is, it's usually a good idea when he has balls sort of hanging in both corner pockets, so that gives him sort of an insurance in case the breakout doesn't come exactly the way he wants. Now he's in ideal position to play the 7 ball and come up towards the 15. The only problem is he needs to clear that pocket in order to make that position worth it. It's sort of a tricky order here. I'm not too sure how he plans to address this situation. Ashton's going to come to the table with a pretty nice looking layout. He's got a couple of small issues. The 11 ball doesn't really have a pocket at this point, but it does appear that he can manufacture something by moving the 3 ball. He certainly, the 12 lays very nice to make that off the 3, and that'll open up that pocket for the 11. So I would look to shoot this ball on the side. I think it's the 14, and come to the side rail and deal with the 9 ball right now. Yeah, he really, I think he was trying to open the pocket up with that ball, and I'm not sure that he realized that the 12 really laid considerably better for that purpose. That seems to be the name of the game in 8-ball. Every ball on the table has a function. A lot of people think of 8-ball as just you know, a race to the 8-ball, but it's really not that. Each ball is like a tool. So if Brett can get good on this 2 ball, he'll probably be out. Oh boy, he hit that ball fantastic. Missed another ball. He doesn't seem completely comfortable. It looks like he's moving around a little bit on some of these shots that he makes. Without knowing him, it's hard, you know, hard to tell where he's at, but Ashton has a pretty good opportunity here. He certainly doesn't have any easy shot, but his table's wide open, and if he can just roll this 12 ball in, he essentially has a free shot because he can get behind the 14 and 15. So even if he misses, he's not really going to leave Brett anything. But he drilled that center pocket. I would expect him to be out from here. Big stroke there, separated those balls. Not sure if he needed to or not, but he did. If he's straight in on the 15, I'd probably look to him to play that ball, but if there's any kind of angle there, it's a little touchy and awkward too close to it, so we'll probably just make the 9 ball. He looks fairly straight on the 9 ball, so he should be fine. Oh, that came out pretty good for him. I played on many of the tables in this pool hall, and they actually have about 3 different types of tables. There's the Brunswicks, there's a couple of diamonds they have, and then there's the rest of the tables are, I believe, Robertson. And I'm actually kind of surprised at how consistent they all play one to another. I mean, of course, they all have their unique characteristics, but in terms of the speed, the rails, they're surprisingly consistent. And Brett's going to concede that 8 ball, and Ashton is going to take a 2-1 lead. I guess I'll have to see if I can get Alvin to adjust this camera because it does not appear you can actually see the score sheet. They have a little scorecard behind them. Ashton's gone to the rail to break right from the center. And he hit the rack pretty good, but he lost his cue ball a little bit, and he has come up dry. Lucky for him, it does not appear that there's really any easy shot. I think Brett is faced with this 9 ball up the rail. Certainly no hanger, but I really think that's all he has. If he can make that, he looks to get out. The rest of the balls are pretty open. There's a number of options for getting on that 11 ball down at the end rail. Brett seems to be struggling a little bit. He's missed a number of shots and letting Ashton, build a lead here. Now it is an open table. Nobody has made a ball yet this rack. I would say, for my preference, the stripes are slightly preferable. I just like the way they lay. The only problem is this 9 ball. He'll probably elect to take the solids, and in that case, his problem is going to become the 3 ball. He has a couple of options for dealing with that situation, though, so he should be fine. I guess overall, from where he is, the solids are something better. In fact, if the 3 goes by the 1, he looks good now because he'll just draw back to the side rail, stop shot on the 4, or roll up a little bit, and then he's got the 3 taken care of. And actually, that if he can get real straight on the 3, he can roll up and deal with the 5 ball immediately as well. So he's in a pretty good position here to take a 3-1 lead if he can just stick with each shot. The one thing he really doesn't want to do is come up short on our side of the 3 ball. That makes things tricky. Should be okay there. I think he would have liked to have got a little straighter on the 6 ball. Playing for a position on balls in the middle of the table can often be tricky. It really puts demands on your speed control. But he shouldn't have too much problem rolling this ball in, and he could easily go up and down the table, play the 1. He has a lot of options here, really. I would prefer to play the 6 ball. I'd rather just, it lays perfect to just roll straight up and down the table. You have an awful lot of room to play shape, and you can do almost anything from that 1 ball to get on the 8. I don't think he really wanted the outside English that he had there. That made things play slightly more difficult because now the 11 comes into play, or whatever that ball is, 13 down at the end. But it shouldn't present too much problem. He can even play shape off that ball. Not off of it that way. That is absolutely not what he wanted to do. I think he had to hit that ball a little bit softer with inside English in order to avoid what just happened to him. Sometimes when you cut an object ball, well, not sometimes, all times when you cut an object ball in, the cue ball picks up a little bit of English as a result of contact with the object ball, and I think that's why his cue ball didn't come straight back up the table after hitting the 6. He rolls it in, but picks up a little bit of running English, and so when he hits the rail, he came up on the wrong side of the 1. That shot needed just a hair of inside to sort of cancel out that contact-induced throw, not throw, but the spin. Well, he either has to make a fantastic kick here or an even more fantastic jump. I assume his only real option is to kick. But the problem is the table is wide open. There's absolutely nowhere to hide. He may be able to get a lucky roll if he can hit the far side of the 8 ball and sort of drift down to the top rail. He might be able to come out okay there. But he really needs to just play to make this ball. It's a tough situation. Well, he actually hit that really good. But no luck for him. Brett's looking at a wide open table. I would be very surprised if he doesn't get out from here. And the danger for Ashton is Brett has been breaking the balls like a cannon, and he's gonna consistently make a ball and have wide open spread of balls. So if he breaks and runs his next rack, all of a sudden now he's going into 9 ball with a lead and the break, and that's a tough transition. This format's really interesting. It's the exact same format as the APA Masters, and I play in that tournament every year. I absolutely love the tournament. It's just a really, really great format. It's a good test of skill. Certainly more so on the 9-footers that they use in the U.S. Amateur. Ooh, he may have overrun this ball. He may have overrun this ball. Even still, he has a pretty easy safety to play, which is what he could see it. I thought he was blocked by the 8-ball, but apparently not. Can't see how straight he is. He may go around the 8-ball. He may just draw back and accept the cut. Boy, he's fighting this. He doesn't seem to be totally locked in. Not sure what Brett's experience is playing on the stream, but my own experience tells me that it can sometimes mess you up. Boy, he used every bit of that pocket. Oh, thank you. So with that, the score is now 2-2 instead of 3-1 Ashton. So he's going to have to fade that mistake in position, hooking himself on the 8-ball. As I had said before, Brett is breaking like a monster, so I don't see any reason why he would want to change his break. And sooner or later, it's going to result in a wide open run-out type table. Boy, does he hit him. He just smashes him. However, he has come up dry. Balls are spread out wonderfully. However, the first shot is really no gimme. He has a 7 in the side, but he's jacked up over a ball. He's got a very thin cut on the 3. Nothing's easy. He can roll a 4 on the other side. That's also a testy little shot. The solids look better to me because they have absolutely no obstructions. And there's really no good shot on the stripes. He has this 15 on the right side rail, but I don't want to shoot that shot on a wide open table like this. I guess he's going to play for the 7. Sort of an awkward shot. I assume he'll roll down for the 2 with possibly the 6 as a. If he can take the 6, he's going to take the 6. Hit that great. Comes out pretty good on either ball, although he didn't want to be on the rail. That was a huge miss. He's got a. Brett has this one problem in the 13 ball, and he's really laying perfect to bank this in. He made the ball, but he certainly could have come out better. Wow, that was a huge shot. He drilled that ball in perfect. I think he's okay on the 10, and if he is, I would again expect him to get out, but it's looking like he isn't. He doesn't seem happy with the result. Great shot. I'd expect him to try and spin down table and take care of that 10 ball right now. He may not want to do that where he's over a ball like that. That makes sense. 9 ball. If you notice, Brett, his whole body language and everything, he seems to be getting a lot more comfortable. Commentator's curse. Sorry, Brett. He's unfortunately dead hooked behind the 1 ball. I'm not sure what his jumping skills are, but I think we're about to find out. Tough shot, but it lays nice. He makes the ball. You can certainly get shape on the 8. It's a tough jump because the object ball is very far away. It's a bit of a cut. Oh my God, he just drilled it in so perfect. What a great shot that was. Very impressive. Well, if he can get this over the goal line, that is absolutely huge because now it's 3-2 Brett, and he goes into 9 ball with the break. I don't know for sure, but my guess would be that 9 ball is his game. And he drains it. That's a big swing right there because Ashton had the chance to go up 3-2. He actually had the chance to go up 3-1 on the previous rack, but instead he is now down 3-2 and he's racking the balls for his opponent, about to begin the 9 ball portion of this match. For those of you who do not know or are not especially familiar with this format, it's basically a mixture of 8 ball and 9 ball. Whoever wins the lag decides which format they play first, and then they play 5 games of 8 ball and 8 games of 9 ball until somebody gets to 7. So it's 3-2 now. That's the 5 games of 8 ball. At this point, they transition to 9 ball. Having played the format a number of times, it is a big advantage to have the break when you switch formats. It's just sort of a mental edge. Now Brett is breaking the balls from dead center, which is unusual for 9 ball, and he again is just smashing them. Boy, is he hitting the rack good and hard. But I gotta say, that is not really my preferred break for 9 ball as far as reliably making a ball. He sort of has to rely on luck to an extent. Normally people are breaking from the side rail and the corner ball's going in if it's a good tight rack. Brett definitely seems to have sort of a wide open game style, which I would assume lends itself to 9 ball. Well, maybe too wide open. He got great shape on the 4, but the most important part is making the ball. Well, this play is a little bit awkward. I think Ashton is going to be forced to draw straight back. He may be able to hit the bottom rail, but he'd like to be pretty close to that left side rail. Oh, he hit that great. That's beautiful shape. Well, this is exactly what he needed. Now, if he can get out here, now it's his turn to break. may like to come a little straighter off that rail because at this point he's now jacked up over the 7-ball a little bit. And he has a very slight angle. I'm not too sure how to play this. I assume he wants to slide to the rail and come out and play the 6 on the side. What he's done, but he hit the ball a little full. He's fine though. He'll be able to play this in the corner. Really, pretty much any shot on the 7 is good enough with the 9 more or less hanging in the bottom corner. He'll probably just try to roll forward. He may play the 7 in the corner. It's up to him how he likes to play it. I'd roll forward and just go around the table off the 7. That's even better. He can just draw back just a foot, pretty much almost right to where he is now, or at least that same angle. And with that, it looks like Ashton is going to tie the match back up. Interested to see how Ashton is going to break 9-ball. My own experience is that if you get a good tight rack, a break from the side rail at a medium speed, the corner ball seems to be pretty wired, and you can control the cue ball a little bit better that way. It looks like that's the approach he's going to be taking. The ideal scenario here is the 1 ball goes to the side rail, down to the bottom rail, and comes out in front of one of the corner pockets. If you can keep the cue ball in the center of the table, you have a good chance of running out. Now, he hit him actually pretty hard. He did have a ball drop in the side pocket. He unfortunately is blocked by the 6-ball. Otherwise, that is sort of the type of position you're looking to play off the break. He's probably going to go to the air. I don't think we've seen Ashton do a jump shot. Brett hit that amazing shot earlier with his jump cue. Let's see how Ashton does. He was able to make contact and come out with a little bit of a good result, but it's hard to say what Brett's going to do from here. That was a very interesting shot. I didn't see that at all. Well, long and pretty straight. I would expect he'll probably bank this ball, you know, send the 2 to the side rail and bank it down to the bottom rail and send the cue ball back on the table. Even got the 5 to block the 2 from going too far. It's a pretty standard 9-ball safety. And he took on the shot. He made it. He made it great. He may be able to see the 3-ball. great shot there. Oh, and he just had the right speed, so he came out great on this 4-ball. This could be a real big rack for him. Nice angle to go 2 rails, play the 6 on the side. That's a great shot. Plays pretty perfect on this ball. I expect him to roll forward and play the 8 in the other side. He could also stun, draw, and play the 8 on the same side. Either way, personal preference, I suppose. May have come up a little bit short. I think he's going to have to hit the left side rail above the side pocket with maybe a little bit of inside English, and he should be able to come back out towards the center of the table. Let's see if we can get a little bit better look at this. Actually, you know what? He might be dead straight. He might just draw back 6 inches. It's not too bad. He just accepted the shot. Nice shot. With that 9-ball, he has retaken the lead. 4-3 Ashton. These races to 7th. The remainder of this match will be 9-ball. It seems like neither player can really gain any ground here. As soon as he takes the lead, he scratches on the brake and turns the table over to Brett. It's a really nice looking layout. I don't see any problems. Where almost every ball lays perfect to get to the next ball. Now, does he roll it in soft, or does he go down and back up? Probably he'll hit the center rail and come back up. Now, he played the 2 rails, which guarantees him a good angle on the 7 ball. That's a smart way to do it. Brett accepts the long shot on the 9 ball. I would expect him to make this. His shot making seems fantastic. And no exception there. So we're tied up again. Okay, Alvin is back with us.
All right, wonderful. Actually, hit my mute button. I want to get over on that side.
Sure. I'm going to turn it over to Alvin for just a moment.
Looks like Brett's going wide open. So we'll see 4-4 here. Like he's hitting them nice. This Ashton Frye must be no joke if he's got him this close. Brett's usually a real dominating player. Had to step out, do a run up to Best Buy. He's not here for this match, but it looks like he's going full throttle here. Rack him. All right, if you're just joining us, we're here at the 2015 U.S. Amateur Championship, brought to you by the APA. We're inside Pool Magazine on the Billiard Channel, Roku. Brought to you by Muellers.com, APA. Ruthless Billiards Apparel. Save money, be energy efficient, and GoGreen.com as well. Change our score here, 5-4 in favor of Mr. Stottlemeyer. I know Brett fairly well. His father and his uncle taught him how to play pool when he was just a little boy. And they would give him a nickel on the 9 ball. So that was his motivation for learning how to play. Every time I see him, I say, nickel on the 9 ball. What a great player. Just been brought up as a pool player. See how he can get out of this mess here with this 3 ball. He brought it around the 7 nicely. Should be easy. He's going to run off the 6 into the rail, pop out just a touch. He doesn't need to hit this hard at all. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. We'll put Mr. Stottlemeyer on the hill. See just a little bit of frustration there in Ashton as he grabbed those balls up there. Sometimes players say a lot with just the way they handle the racking the balls, and I don't blame him one bit. That's it's not easy coming up against Brett Stottlemeyer coming at you for the end of the match. You know Brett wants it bad now. See if he overhits the break. That's what a lot of players do.
He's been smashing the balls.
Smashing
absolutely crushing them. The first 9-ball rack he broke dead center and hit the heck out of it.
He's going for the hope, Hail Mary, hope something goes in.
I think, well, he's moved to the side rail now, but no, boy, he's still slamming them.
Yeah, he's putting that wing ball in. Yeah, see, the 1 ball gets out of control.
Agreed. However, he may end this early.
It looks like it's he might as well. I don't know. I mean, what's the smart move? This isn't smart to go.
If he can roll forward, to stun forward, I think he went for it.
That's not a smart.
He's definitely been playing very kind of fast and loose the whole match. You didn't see it at the beginning, but it really. Ashton actually had an opportunity in the 8-ball to go up 3-1. Missed a key ball. Brett got back into it. Said it was 2-2. Brett ends up winning the next rack. It's 3-2 Brett. So it was definitely a back and forth match. But Ashton's now kind of got his back against the wall. Brett's on the hill and he's starting a kind of free stroke.
Tough coming out of your seat. This is a very makeable shot.
Yep. Wow. That's he's one way of doing it.
Yeah, he's okay there. He's just over the ball.
Well, he actually sits pretty good. He can just roll up, stop shot on the 4. Towards the end of the 8-ball portion, Brett made an absolutely phenomenal jump shot. Long distance, cut, far away from the object ball. Incredible shot. Gets tricky shape on the 8, makes the 8.
I knew there was some rumbling going on around here. I was driving up that traffic snarled US 19, trying to get back here as fast as I could. But I could feel it, man. It's coming out of strokers, man. The energy's here. I tell you, this is the place to be right now. There's can't say one bad thing about this tournament.
No, this is one of my favorite events of the year.
Absolutely.
I was saying earlier, I really like the format. It's a good test of skill.
This is a very professionally run tournament, and it's, wow, top notch.
This is no hanger.
What a real company's supposed to operate like, APA. He's got to come with it here.
He's been real strong on every time he has a long, tricky shot, he has made it.
No, he's going to have a tester here.
Yep.
Looks like he's straight in.
I think he is.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of an angle, but not much.
It's sort of
No,
a speed
there's
control
no
shot.
angle.
He may be able to go forward 2 rails.
Yeah, go around the lip of the pocket.
And that way he can play towards the side rail where his piece of chalk is. But he's going for the draw shot. He must be real straight.
Boy, this is easy to pull back too fast.
That is absolutely straight. And he's going to come out not too bad. Not too bad. He got a little bit of luck there. That could have been disaster.
Still, this is I don't like this shot.
Neither do I, because your cue ball tracks towards the side pocket. You don't want to hit it too soft. You don't want to hit it too hard.
It misses.
There's just 100 ways
I've
to
seen
go wrong
it
here.
miss a lot. No problem.
You did it great.
No problem at all.
He's been pretty steady throughout the match. You know, he's missed a few things, but in all the big moments, he's come through.
We're getting down to it, folks. 5-6.
This is a huge rack. I mean, he could
This is definitely the rack.
certainly love a break and run here. This is where Ashton broke from before, and I actually forget if he was successful.
Hit him too hard. He
I
made
think
a ball.
So. I think you're right. He's
Made a
actually
ball,
going to
though.
come out great.
He's good.
It's a really good-looking rack.
Yeah, he got the one did what it was supposed to do. I'm sure
Yeah.
he's been tracking it up table the whole time. But,
If it's a very tight rack, sometimes when you hit it very hard, it drives the wing ball into the side rail.
yes.
It's a slightly awkward area to get on this 3-ball. I mean, it looks like he's going to want to maybe play 2 rails at the 7-ball. You guys may have heard on the overhead mic that they are announcing the 130 round, which is the winner's side matches.
Did you see that ball come flying in?
I didn't.
It came right in the very bottom of the screen like a meteorite.
Nice.
Shooting star, man. It was UFO.
Wow. I didn't even consider this 3-ball going by the 5 and the side, but he sure did. Actually, this lay is really nice. I mean, if he just rolls up a little bit, he has a perfect angle to draw up the rail and play the 5 in the top right.
Man, you got to look out. You get knocked in the head. One of these cue balls go flying, bouncing around.
Throughout this match, somebody has been breaking them like a cannon. I keep hearing this monstrous crushing break.
I'm not a big fan of the crusher break.
I like it for 8-ball. If you can really smash them in 8-ball, I think it's effective. But in 9-ball, it's really not effective.
No.
You have no control of the balls. You know, you might make a ball, but where the balls are going to end up, your
don't.
layout, who knows what it's going to be.
I think the geometry of a cut break with a medium speed, the balls naturally go
He
to the
overhit this
pockets.
ball. Boy, he hit the perfect
Yeah.
direction. It's a good thing because he hit way too much speed.
Yeah.
He actually came out beautiful.
I think the harder you hit it, all of a sudden, none of the angles go to the pockets.
Yeah, I agree
It's
with
weird. Something's weird about it. But then you get that occasional ball that's kicked in accidentally from
Yeah.
those collisions, those random collisions
Yep.
going on.
If you hit him hard enough, you get those late drops.
I think
sometimes.
Brett's break was right on the verge of too fast, but I think it's
so,
just the top end of perfect speed, really. What do you think?
Sure. I mean, obviously, it's going to come down to whatever he's dealing with for a rack as well. You know,
Yeah.
If his rack is dead perfect, then that's great. But if it isn't, a lot of things can happen. I haven't played a match on this table, but I did play around on it practicing, and it seemed to rack fine.
Yeah, I
A
haven't
couple
had
of the tables are tricky, but most of them are not too bad.
I haven't had anybody complain, really. Just 1 or 2 people have a re-rack.
I'm not too sure why he didn't elect to play that ball on the side. This is an awkward angle. And I really felt like if he had
Yeah, it
played
is.
for the side, he had 100 things he could do to get on that 8-ball.
Yeah, he's making himself a harder shot when he hits this ball high.
I mean,
Aaron.
I see no option here except to go to the left side rail. He's got it's kind of a big shot that he didn't really need to do, but he's been coming with it. Oh, he drilled that in beautifully. Actually hit a little too hard. Now, these shots I hate, where you kind of have to just stun the ball straight to the side rail. To me, it looks like he has too much angle to try to hold it up. I guess it really doesn't matter. I mean, the 9-ball's going from wherever he gets. As long as he doesn't get in the side pocket, he should be okay. Now, I really don't like that choice. I really don't. Why would you want to slow?
Wow.
Boy, that's a terrible way to end. Tough break. I really think he should have punched that ball in.
Man, well, you could see this kid Ashton's going to be a great player. You could tell
he has all the skills.
But did you see how much was built up inside of him there?
Yeah.
You know, that really tells a lot.
Yep.
When he's raked the balls like that and threw them off the table.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you control that?
That's $1 million question.
You know, that's the mind, man.
That's what
everything.
I need to learn. I mean, the mental game is so difficult to learn, to figure out what it is you do wrong within yourself. Because it's the old you can't see the forest through the trees type of thing. You're in there. You know, it's very hard to see what's going on from that third person perspective.
I was talking to you earlier. The best players in the world, man, they don't even know who you are when they're playing. They're not there. They'll look you right in the eyes and not know who you are at all when they're out there on that table. They don't. It's almost like they leave. They leave their bodies behind, and they are just mechanical, ball pocketing machines. And the ones that have the least amount of out there are the ones that do the best. Now there are exceptions to the rule.
There certainly are players that get a little fired up, and
that
they play great.
Right, but for the most part, those are the unique variants. You know, this handling, this controlling of the emotions, man. Do not bring the emotions to the table. Do not bring your emotions to the
There's also
pool
nothing saying that those top guys that do show some emotion may play even better if they could sort of get that under control a little bit.
I think so too. I think so too. There's a fine line.
Yep.
There's a fine line. It's like a great band or an awesome movie. Everything's perfect. It's balanced. Yin yang, man. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kerry McAuliffe, thank you for joining us on the Billiard Channel.
My pleasure.
Once again, and we're brought to you again by the APA. Go to USAmateurChampionship.com for all the updates. Let Kerry enjoy this nice Stroker's lunch there, and we'll be back for the next match. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Alvin.
No problem.